Well. As always, right? This is pre-recorded, so by the time this comes out, this is already moved from streaming. I didn't even know that was even a choice.
Yeah, I didn't either, but no, I guess apparently that you got to go watch in the theater if you want to see Dune now, which we are talking. We didn't know if you don't know what we're talking about. I mean, it's around the screen now.
Yeah, Dune Part
It's
One,
not
right?
while we're talking though, but yeah, Dune Part One.
So,
If
did you
you
ever
didn't see
seen the
it,
one from
I
1984?
did see the one for 1984.
Is the
I only
story the
seen it
same?
once though.
Oh, okay. Do you know?
The
Do you
story's
remember?
similar. The story. Oh yeah, I remember. It's not that long ago. I was watched it recently.
Oh,
Well,
you did.
not that recently. I maybe watched it maybe a year, 2 years ago.
Yeah. Huh.
Probably 2 years ago. It was boring. It was
Well, I could
boring.
say like well, this one does. I guess the
This one is
storytelling
good.
is better.
Yes. Oh yes. The storytelling is. I mean, the story follows a similar line. I mean, it's all based on a book by Frank Herbert,
Oh, I was going
and
to ask that. Is it based
and
on a
it's
book?
a series. Yeah, it's based on a book, and it actually became a series of books. There's a whole universe for Dune.
Really?
So there's a lot of backstories. If you want to get into it, I've never read the book. Now probably will now that I've seen this.
Because of
Well,
this.
it's yeah, it seems like an interesting universe. I mean,
Oh, it is.
like
You know what
the
this
director.
remind me of? That like
What?
since we recently watched it, it remind me of the Matrix because like this kid,
Oh,
the
really?
Paul is the one, right? Like he is. I can't even pronounce what that is. Kirashi Hadara. I don't know how to say it.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, they think he's the savior.
The
Yeah,
savior. Yes.
a savior for the people of Arachna, or
Yes.
whatever it's called,
It's always the
Arachnis.
yeah. It's always like that,
But the
right?
problem is, it reminds me of a lot of stuff because the book's old. The book was written before, I think, Star Wars. So Star Wars is kind of
Oh,
a
okay.
lot of
So it
people
took a
say
while.
Star Wars is based on it. To me, it brings back BattleTech.
Oh, really? Cause
Because I don't know if you know about BattleTech, but the
yes,
thing is, BattleTech is apparently based on it because BattleTech is a bunch of it's like there's a universe, a whole people, mankind spread out in space. They fight endless wars, but the thing is, there's houses of this, and
yes.
then there's this empire, and they all fight under that, and they're all just humans living on various planets, just space jumps, everything. And so this is, I'm like, wow, this must be what BattleTech is based on because this is older than BattleTech.
This is older than Monotype.
Because
Okay.
BattleTech came out around the 80s
Okay.
and borrowed from various,
Yeah, it's
Star
just
Wars and
people's
all that.
ideas. They expanded
Yeah, it's
differently.
just
This
buried
was
it and made
cool.
a universe for a game. So yeah, and I can see why the example. I can see why this is kind of like Star Wars too. You know,
Yes,
because a lot of the stuff is like the Force.
it is right. Like even on this
Yes,
same planet,
yes, it is on a sand
the
planet,
desert
and
planet. Yeah.
there's a giant sandworm.
Yes.
Boba Fett better watch out on this
And they
planet.
basically taking this spice, right? Like it's some kind of
Yeah,
drug.
it's a hallucinogen.
Yes.
Apparently, it just makes you see. Though I think it must improve your psychic ability. It turns out the main character Paul,
Yes.
his mom's a witch,
Yes. That's what I was gonna compare it to, right? It's a witch.
and then he gets his powers started to develop, and then I guess when he gets the spice in his system, he could finally start reading his dreams. Because
Yes.
remember,
Start
he's having
reaching.
dreams, but his dreams are messed up. He don't know what he sees in his dreams. He only sees parts
Yes.
of it, so he automatically assumes the worst of it instead of seeing the best of it. And then he gets the spice. Then he could see the dreams and know what to do.
Oh, yeah, he does, right? And I liked it when I guess what is it? The head of the witches gets so mad at his mom because she was supposed to produce a like I guess girls,
Well,
right?
they're only supposed to have daughters, yeah,
Yes. Which is like
because
funny. Like,
because
can you
they
control that in the future?
yeah well, yeah
Oh, I guess if they're
they're so far in
witches,
the future. Why can't you? You can almost control it now.
because they're
Yeah,
witches, they
well, I
can
would think
control.
it though. I would think it. Yeah, with their mind power, they control what.
And you know what's really what really threw me off in this movie? Everybody's from Paul's planet, right? Well, not from his planet. They land on this planet. All of them dies.
Almost all of them die.
I say almost all of them die, right?
I
Except
mean,
for him and the
I'm
mother.
assuming he left some of the government behind because you got to think they
Yeah.
start off on this movie starts off with this planet Arrakis, this spice production for this empire,
Yes.
and then they got an emperor. And the emperor decides that Paul's family,
It's gotta go.
Atreides,
Yep.
yeah, that Atreides is getting too powerful, and he talks too much because he voices his concerns about the empire. So he tells the current world was it Hawkman
Ye-
to get off the planet. Who are horrible people.
Oh
Which
yeah,
it's
yeah,
got
yeah.
it's got Dave Bautista. Awesome, man. This
Yes.
dude is so awesome. But anyways, they leave the planet. And then so our Creed Atreides has to land on the planet and
Yeah.
spice it. And basically it's just a big giant attempt. So they could blame them for not spice growing enough spice and messing up, and they could send another army. They'll kill him, and the rest of the family, because there's like tons of other houses.
Yes.
We only see two in this.
You only saw 2 in this one.
The problem is they want to make it that way the Empire could go. They didn't do their job, so that's why they got wiped out. And the Harkonnens, I couldn't control them, so they just showed up. And of course, the only person that actually knows
political.
it, we see it late. Yes, this is a very political move. But later on, we see there's only one person that could have told everybody.
Yes.
And it's the I forgot what her name was.
The doctor, whatever. Yeah, the doctor lady, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but it turns out she's a Freeman, turns out that's the race that actually lives
in this planet. Yes.
Yeah,
that's why they have that blue eyes.
Because of the spice.
Yep.
If they don't get into the spice, their eyes don't turn blue.
I think that's really cool because most of them are like a dark skinned race, right? And they have these blue eyes.
Yeah, well, the sun's gonna burn your skin up. You're gonna be dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I lived on that planet, I would either be dead or very dark. I would be dark.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, everybody's gonna be dark. You're gonna be dark. Our eyes are gonna be so blue, we're gonna be like, whoa, man.
Where the heck did they shoot this movie? Was it in Egypt? Because
No, it's in the Middle East. I think it was Abu Dhabi.
Oh, so they still have to shoot in the Middle East. Okay.
Yeah, they shot, but they gotta have that sand still.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
it's very impressive.
Probably the safer countries to fight. I mean, the first of the movies in Norway, the Water Planet.
Yeah.
House Atreides. Got to think at this movie, the start of it, they're very good at airfare war, knife. That's the sword combat.
Oh yes.
Because because like the Harkonnen, they're bigger and more powerful. They're not more powerful. They have more weapons, more soldiers, but they cannot. Their air power is not as good, and their sea power.
See, that's why I thought too when he challenged him to a fight, and then Paul was able to take him down easily. He gave him many chances, right? Because he didn't want to kill him, because he never killed a man. Remember at the end?
Oh yeah. We're talking about the end. Yeah, and you thought that guy was going to live, right? Because he keeps dreaming about that guy. Remember when he's going through the desert?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He keeps dreaming about that guy.
Guy's telling him, so it's like they were friends. But then when he shows up, because he always thought the Zendaya, that girl,
yes,
she was going to kill him, but it turned out it was him was going to kill him if he didn't change his moves.
Oh.
So basically, he knew the future. So that's why he didn't know if he was supposed to kill this guy or not, and then finally he decided he had to.
He had to, yes.
So yeah, he chopped up that dude, and that guy's in Star Trek. Going to be in Star Trek too.
Oh, he is?
Actually could fight. Yes, that guy could actually fight.
Oh, so they got pretty good legit people on it.
They got some legit people.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah, and the knife fighting is awesome. I mean,
the knife fight was awesome. Like the action sequence is really good.
The action knife fight, all this, I was like, man, I'm glad there was no guns in this movie.
So I want to see. I'm a big stress. So the 1984 is just one movie, right? It concludes everything.
And this is actually just half of the 1984 movie.
Yeah. Wait, this is after?
No, this is half.
This is half.
This is half of it.
So now it makes me think like, who's gonna play the Emperor, right? Because I think that Part 2 comes out next year.
Well, it depends on how far they go. They may not have the Emperor.
Oh.
I wonder how far they'll go with this movie. If they'll just wrap the book up or they'll travel farther. Because I can't remember in the movie, the 1984 movie, them going to fight the Emperor. But again, the 1984, it was so boring and you almost fall asleep and you can't understand a lot of it.
Why? Because it's so boring?
No, it's just the way it's done. It's a lot of sets. They go out in the desert. They have a big desert. It's huge. But the movies start off, you know how we see all these soldiers marching down ships and stuff, and these big setups. You don't see that in the first one.
Oh yeah.
And some of the characters are not there yet.
Oh,
wow. But I mean, it's similar in a way. But the problem is the sound was so bad in the first one. It was hard to hear them sometimes. And the same thing with this movie. The sound wasn't that good.
So I sometimes notice that, right? In movies, like the action sequences and the noises and the sound effects are really loud, right?
It was just the rooms when they sit there and they're talking. When Paul has a conversation, you can hardly hear them.
Doesn't sound like they're talking really low for some reason.
Yes,
like,
I don't
know why they do that.
And I was sitting there thinking, surely they didn't copy the first movie because that's what they talked like in the first. No, they were. It was like that in the first movie. Huh. They're just talking and it's real low. Like what?
So it's how they want the audio to sound in these movies.
I guess it sucked.
I don't know why they do that. Like, because I know some movies are like that too. Like the audio, like the dialogue is really low.
Yeah, well, you missed some of the dialogue, and like the second time I watched it, I went ahead and watched it a second time. and I already knew this, but I was trying to figure out where it happens. You know, the princess, the mom, right?
Yes.
She's pregnant.
Yes.
Okay, you heard that. Okay.
I did.
Because it's an important deal. Because I didn't hear it the first one, and I was like, well, I know she has a baby because I saw it in the first movie, and I saw it shows her having that, shows sitting there with a kid with the red eye, the blue eyes and stuff.
I like that Aquaman and Thanos dies. Jason Momoa.
I was hoping they'd last.
See, okay, so with names like these, right? Like, I didn't think they were gonna die, but they do.
Yeah, they die, but
because like I wasn't expecting any of that at all.
No, I didn't. I mean, I expected them. I thought some of them would survive a little bit longer.
Yes.
I knew the dad was going to die because I saw the first movie,
Oh.
so I pretty much knew everybody was going to die. But it was the characters were a lot better in this movie.
It
and
was the acting was
and
really
everybody
good.
was more human.
What do you mean? Like, were they robots in the first one or something?
No, they were aliens,
Oh.
or they looked very alien.
Oh, so
The
David
first one.
Lynch make them look alien because it's
Some
all the
people were
space.
alien. I think some of them were aliens, but
Like
in this
the,
one they're almost all humans.
Yeah, this one's look they're all humans, yes, except for Dave
Except-
Bautista, those people, right? Like
No,
the
they're humans.
really.
Every house was a human. You got to think how far in the future this is.
Okay, because to me it looks
Living
like
on
those
other
guys
pla-
from Dog City and other strangers.
Yeah, but living on another planet is going to change you.
yeah, you're right. Yes.
You got to think generations on another planet. Like people
So-
on Mars are. The problem is somebody comes from Earth, goes to Mars, meets our Martian guys that grew up on Martian. We're going to beat the crap out of them.
Well, I wanna point out like how much that dude bothers me. The Dave Bautista, their race of people, the house of people, right?
Yeah, they
Like-
have no hair.
Yeah, they have no hair. They look
None
like
of
some
them
kind
have
of
hair.
like some kind of giant slug, right? Like what is?
Oh,
this?
he does because he got a disease. Apparently, there's another in one of the books. I don't know if if the books follow this universe follows the books that much,
Yeah.
but if they do, here's the neat thing.
Okay.
Remember the main witch lady?
Yes.
Well, Jessica, the princess, should be her daughter.
No.
And guess who her dad is?
Who's her
By
dad?
the books.
Is the what?
The Baron. The Baron.
The Baron. No.
Because see, the thing is, he even says it in the scripts, the lines that they're trying to get people from all the houses to mix their blood.
Yes.
And there's a book written that's supposed to have that main witch lady goes to the Baron a long time ago and wants a kid from them. So he rapes her, and
So do you think they're gonna like showcase
and
that
here's
family line
so that
in
means
this movie?
so the Baron is actually the grandfather of Paul.
The Baron is the grandfather of Paul.
Yes,
Whoa. Wait, do you
And
think they're
that's
gonna
why-
show it in
and-
this movie though?
it might because even when they killed the Duke.
Yeah.
Well, the Duke's at the table. Remember, he's just laying there.
And then
the
he
Baron
did the
comes
tooth
up to
thing
him.
with the poison. Yeah.
Yeah, calls him cousin
Yes, he calls him cousin.
because they're related.
Yeah,
In a
because
way.
like I wrote that down. He's like, you have a wonderful kitchen cousin.
Yeah,
Oh.
so that's awesome, man. So yeah,
Did they
so
shoot this
apparently
back to back?
no, they haven't shot the other one yet.
Oh, they haven't shot the other one yet. Okay.
Yeah, they went ahead and did it because they didn't know if Warner Brothers was going to make another one.
Oh, so if it doesn't success, if it's not
Yeah.
successful, like we just left out in the hanging.
They're going to make one now,
Oh, okay.
but and that's the problem. They got mad because they started streaming it, and they told the director that if it doesn't make enough money, they're not going to make another one. He goes, if you stream it, it's not going to make enough money. You know?
Which I don't get. Like people are paying for
I
this
don't care.
service, you
But
know.
the problem is, if you think about it, it's the first movie, and you gotta go see the second one now after you've seen it, right?
Oh, I did gotta see the second one
Oh,
because
you
like I would
do.
go to the movie theater to see it. Yes.
And the thing is, I'm thinking they're going to do what Disney does, though. This is a universe.
Okay.
So all those books can become TV shows
Oh, on their streaming service.
on their
yes.
streaming service. And they're actually going to make one. For the witches, they're going to tell their story.
Really?
So the story I just told a while ago, because by the way, she's the one who made the Duke after she got raped. She gave him a disease that made him like that.
Oh.
She was the one that ruined him.
Wow, that's really interesting. There's so much backstory I didn't know.
There is I didn't know there was that much backstory because that 1984 movie. No backstory. You just sit there, you watch it, you're done.
So why was it such a big hit?
It wasn't such a big hit way back. Oh, this one or the last one?
The last one,
wasn't
like
very big.
I heard of Dune, right? But I never seen the like.
I never
old one.
saw it. I mean, I knew people saw it, and a lot of people like it. And
I wonder
I'm
why.
and it's not that god awful. It's just It was hard to hear. It's kind of long and boring. That
Okay,
was the problem with it.
so this was a quite
And they
long
made toys for it. They didn't advertise it very well because I don't remember ever wanting to go see it. I wanted to go see Star Wars or Star Trek. I remember all those toys.
So
I
how
remember
long
the
was
Dune
the
toys.
first movie?
I don't know.
Let me look it up because this was 2 hours and
Yeah,
35
and
minutes.
this one, to be honest with you, this one was a little bit longer than it needed to be.
Oh, well, I was gonna say the same thing. The old one is shorter than this.
Yeah. But
Okay, so let me get this straight. So the budget for this was 165 million, right? It made 355 million at the box office.
Wow.
I gotta see the old one. I
You
want to
should
see
see
how
that
it
one.
is.
Actually, I think you should see though. I don't think it'll ruin anything for you.
I don't think so either.
Because this one just explains a bit. I mean, there's some differences and stuff, but I mean, this one just connects to the old one. It's like you don't really need to see the old one because this one's just so much better. It is. It's just so much better. Yeah, it's just half. Well, it's just and you can't trash the old one that bad because it wasn't that bad. They had a lot of problems on it. They had to put a book all in 1 hour and a half.
Yeah.
This is a huge book.
Yeah,
That means they couldn't explain they couldn't explain everything. Plus, you didn't have the special effects of the production. I mean, it's 1984. No. This one, I mean, they had all that. They have everything.
So I was, without seeing it, we could make the conclusion like, oh, they made that too early.
They did make it too early,
right?
Yeah, they made it too early because they tried to make it even earlier.
Wow.
It just didn't work. I mean, because think about it. What Star Wars never got made, and the story just stayed, and then Lucas made it now. Man,
that would look a lot better.
Oh, it would be a completely different story. Probably it would be amazing.
It would.
The Empire would actually, because if you think about the movies, old Star Wars, everything's kind of small. The Empire was really small. I mean, they got this big giant world, but you don't really see a lot of soldiers or anything.
No, you don't, because then they would have to hire a whole bunch of extras just to stand there.
But it's like now we see the newest Star Wars movies. Look how big the army is.
Yes. Now you get the like I guess the full effect of like, oh, this is how much people there are really. Oh, bless you.
Oh, I got Alex like crazy.
Oh, I figured. Yeah, I could hear.
Yeah, the wind's been blowing here. It's blowing dirt and crap all over the place. That's all it does here. It's supposed to suck.
Yeah, Texas sucks. And today was like 70-something in November.
Oh, yeah. It started off freezing. It was freezing this morning.
Yeah, now it's 75, 74 for the high.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, when I got up at 8 o'clock, it was in the 40s.
Oh, yeah, I know. It was cold this morning.
And the sun came out and it turned 70 also.
Oh, I'm kind of jealous of people who their weather stay consistent throughout the day, not like Texas, like, oh, you gotta put a coat on outside. Oh, I'm out there all day. Then maybe you should wear a short sleeve under because it'll be 74 today.
Now you might as well just get naked.
So it's kind of like Dune, right? Like the desert, dude. It's really hot in the daytime. You gotta wear this special uniform, right?
And you gotta wear a still suit, which is awesome, man. I want to build a suit.
Yes.
I'm not really into drinking my own sweat though. That's just...
well, I like that we filter. Recycle filtration system. That's cool. I always thought about that.
Yeah, well, it filters everything. Spit.
Yeah.
Sweat.
Sweat.
I guess if you use the restroom in it.
You could use the restroom and you drink your recycled water. And that's brilliant. I thought of that when I was in my teens. Like, why don't they just recycle water? Oh, we don't have that technology yet.
Well, apparently a lot of people thought of it because I mean the book is older than you are.
Yeah, see, exactly. But then I never read the book. But like a lot of people have the same idea. Like, why don't we just recycle water?
I think a lot of people do. We do recycle water though.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
If you live in space, desert, right? Like, come on.
If you're living in space, you're drinking all that crap.
You know why I really like when they wear those suits? The doctor even pointed out Paul, right? Like, hey, who told you to wear these shoes this way? He's like, oh, this is my first time.
Yeah.
It just made more sense to me.
That's the thing. She already here. They already had this idea. I guess she didn't believe yet.
No,
she saw that. She's like, yep, I got to save this guy.
Yeah, because everybody.
Because she already knew this. She already knew that they were going to be killed.
Yes.
She already knew what was happening. She couldn't tell him. Because that's the thing. Because when the Duke's pleading with her to help them fix it, she's like, sorry.
Yeah.
You better just protect your family. Because basically, he already knew it after she told him.
Yes.
He already knew that he was sent there to fail.
Yep.
Yeah, he was sent there to fail. Because there's no water. Because they're masters of the oceans in the sky. And all they had on that planet was a little dragonfly thing.
Oh, so
remember, because we see the first of the movie, they had those aircraft.
Yes.
They didn't have them.
Oh, it's like
But
the
but the
scene.
neat thing is the shields. You know, the shields because they had that in the first movie.
Oh, I like the shoes. Yeah.
The shields are awesome. That's why they had the sword fight.
So is that
So
why? Oh, so the shoots were failing, right? Because of that doctor. The
they
doctor
turned it.
betrayed him.
Well, the doctor kind of betrayed him, but he also kind of got even too. So
He did, right?
yeah, because remember he put that tooth in there so he can kill them all.
Yes, he had a backup plan. He had a contingency plan. Yes, he did.
Well, I think he already knew that his wife was probably dead.
Yes.
So that bites it down and puts up. Too bad he didn't kill the Baron though.
Oh, so when you told me
You
that
think he
backstory,
did,
right?
right?
And now I get it now. The Baron, the
Yeah.
Baron didn't die. He levitated in the corner of the
Just
room or
keep
something.
surviving. Yeah.
Yes.
Then he's in that oil pit and comes out
Yeah,
of
the
it.
oil pit, right? He just comes out like, oh, what the
It's
heck's
like,
going on?
I was like, dude, oil normally on our planet will just kill you. It'll give you cancer.
Well, is that really oil? If you just think it's all black and
We don't know what it is. It looks like oil though.
yeah,
It
some
looks
kind of healing thing, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to have been a healing thing. It's what it's supposed to be.
So now I'm interested in Dave Bautista's character because he keeps calling him Uncle.
Yeah,
He's
so
not.
he's an uncle. Yeah, that's his uncle.
So I mean, like, I need more relatives in
Oh,
this
well, you got to read
timeline.
another book. You're gonna have to read another book. I don't think they'll ever explain that story.
Oh.
But the Harkmans are kind of bad people, and all of the other houses know that these guys are shady people. So apparently, Dave Bautista's family and dad, they changed their last name to something else, and then the dad died, and of course he comes back to work for his uncle
Oh, okay.
because he's like, I don't care about the shady crap.
Nice.
So yeah, those are like a story that they probably will never tell us, but they can. That's the neat thing. This thing could be pretty big.
I think so. I mean,
Yeah,
this is
this
just
could be.
the start of the
I'm
first
sure.
movie.
I'm sure it's actually probably a big universe, and a lot of people are into it. That we just, it's probably one of them. It's a cult classic, as they say. So I think this will be it too. Hopefully, none of the old Dune people aren't going, yeah, I don't want to see it. I'm thinking you should see it because this is actually the improvement version for y'all, and
The
this will
improvement
give
version.
you your giant universe.
Ah. Because this is one of those nostalgia things, right? They get stuck to what they saw at first,
Yeah.
and like in their mind, they're like, okay, it's almost as good as the book, so I don't want to give this new one
I
a
think
chance.
it's a universe. Oh yeah, I think it's a universe. If Warner Brothers does it right, it could be as good.
See, that's the key word. So Sony and Warner Brothers never do anything like this, like right. They never want to give what the fans want. They just want to give the fans what they think they want.
Yeah, well, they need to get better people working for them.
Yeah. I don't think this matters though. It's just producers. Like
Yeah, that's the sad thing. Warner Brothers has tons of properties that could be universes like Disney has.
Yes, but they don't care about like
they
the
don't
fans,
seem to grow it right. Yeah, the fans love it.
They could.
But
They
we
could
don't.
hire.
We can't get it.
Yeah,
we
they don't actually get it.
Yeah, they need to go get them some guy that build a Dune universe to be like you're the
and
Dune
just
guy.
let him make all the decisions.
And then they go, you are the movie DC comics guy. Get rid of the rest of that crappy universe and just build one.
There's no trust. That's why Disney trusts Kevin Feige, right? Like Disney don't come in like, hey, put Venom in a Captain America movie, and that's some stuff that Sony or Warner Brothers.
You know what Sony or Warner Brothers need to do? They need to get him a secret agent and steal some of Kevin Feige's DNA and make him a clone.
Look,
Kevin Feige.
You think that would solve all the problems? I'm like, no. It's kind of like, I guess.
Well.
My best analogy is going to be Jerry Jones and the Cowboys because he make all the decisions.
You know what the sad thing is you go, they're not going to be able to fix it that way. You should be more like, that's absurd.
Because like it doesn't matter who they hire, right? They can hire the best people.
Well, they're not hiring anybody.
No, I'm not.
They're gonna raise this clone from birth.
Yeah, see that's what I'm saying. Like if they don't trust the people that they hire to do this job, they will never get to what Marvel is.
But the problem is they had to have somebody like that first.
They probably do. That's what I'm saying. They probably do, but the producers are still like, no, you need to do it this way. Instead of like,
well, I'm sure they probably did, and they probably did. You're probably right. They probably do have somebody like that, and they won't work for Disney.
Yeah. Wait, what? Say that again.
I said they did have somebody like you said, and they wouldn't work for Disney.
Oh yeah, because like there's no creative.
Yep, they're gonna have. I'm going to work for Kevin Feige.
Yep, because like they don't control us over here on what we think the fans would see. They telling exactly what us, hey, this is what you need to do. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to put Venom in Spider-Man 3. That doesn't make any sense. Do it anyway. Yep.
Yeah.
So it sucks.
Yeah. It sucks. Oh well.
Unless someone out there besides me and you understand that, they would never change.
Yeah.
It's
But,
a
hey,
whole industry.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Yeah. I don't know, but tons of people are going to see Ghostbusters for Sony and going to go see Spider-Man for Sony. So
that's funny though, because I don't think a lot of people. Sometimes I forget Ghostbusters.
But that's the thing. They could have built universes.
Yeah, they could, but they just want to get the marketing out there and then they just make that money.
Who is running these companies?
People who let the money make the decision instead of
the art. I guess that's why we have Samsung televisions instead of Sony televisions now. Remember, there was a time when if you had a television, it was almost a Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't last very long.
I think my first HD TV was a Sony. I can't remember.
A lot of your awesome technologies back in the 90s was Sony.
No. I have the Panasonic TVs.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what the only Sony
batteries?
TV I had was the projector one, the big one that was rear projector.
Yeah,
that was Sony.
I think that was your TV that I got.
Yes, that was a long time ago.
That was a good television.
Yeah, it was. It's the first one that had the component cables, the red, green, and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good television.
Yep. And then we'll see what happens. Warner Brothers. Wow.
Yeah, Warner Brothers. This is a Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers got a lot of stuff that can turn into universes.
See, look, you know what I'm thinking is because since we're talking about the production stuff, right? What's going to happen in Dune Part 3, right? Superman's going to show up because the production company want to collide these universes together. Even though it makes no sense, right? They just think hey, we think people want to see this. And people are dude, we don't want to see this.
Well, that's the thing. They don't have to make television shows. It's like Blade Runner. They own Blade Runner. Made 2 movies. They could have made comic books, games, all kinds of stuff and developed this universe and then showed more movies. The problem was Blade Runner not doing so great. It's because it just doesn't have an audience.
No. You know why?
Nobody wants to go down there to see it.
Because they don't know what not only about. That, right? When you say comic books and little mini shows, I agree with that. But then they don't want to waste money to do that, right? Because they don't want to bet on something that they're not sure of.
Yeah, but they already know it has a cult following, so it should have developed. It's safe.
No, there you go. You said they should have known, right? They don't know any of that.
But they do. If you watch Disney, do the thing. All you do is get your notepad out and write everything that Disney's done that you've seen. And
you and I both know they're not gonna do that. They see the number, they don't think that there's a big enough group.
Okay, right.
I would never believe.
You know what that means? Then that means that they are just so stupid.
So they are stupid. Yes, that's what I'm trying to point out.
They probably eat dirt.
Yes. So we'll see where this thing goes. So we know there's a part 2, right? Which I can't wait to see part 2.
And I think
I want to see how it ends.
I think it's 2023 though.
Oh, 2023.
Right. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it showed on the
By that time, I'm going to remember everything I've seen in this movie.
That's all right. We're going to watch it again.
I have to watch it again.
I'm not going to forget what I saw in this movie.
Well, I remember the major parts, right?
I
you
think
have
that's
to
the
walk
major
in.
parts.
You cannot walk in rhythm. That's why the sandworm will come.
Yeah.
So I like it when
everything that makes pulsating.
She had that device to make that rhythm thing.
Yeah.
And then she kept pounding in a rhythm, and so there's a sandworm.
Yeah, and it eats all those guys.
Man.
Yeah, because I like it. I mean, it's a great movie. It's just like I said, they could have shortened it just a little bit.
Yeah, there's some parts just shortened it.
But it's got all these how. I mean, it's got so many awesome characters with soldiers, especially like the King soldiers. Just see because you start off with the Paul's family, then you see the Workmen, how they work, and then they show the King's special soldiers, which you see all those guys later. You hear them doing their voice singing, the throat singing is what they're doing. And then you see all these soldiers, and they're all doing stuff. They're supposed to be like samurais with them, really cult, like they're a cult.
Yes. So. Well, it seems like that. You know what it seems like before? So this is my first time watching, right? And then he kept having dreams about this girl. And before the halfway point, right? To me, at this time, it seems very Romeo and Juliet.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know how these families interact. Because from I can't remember her name. But before, in the beginning, when you see MJ narrating, right? I said MJ because I can't remember her name in this movie.
I think it was Was it Claire or something?
Yeah, I could probably find out because I'm gonna
Oh,
call
I
her
could tell
brother.
you. Hold on. Her name is
Chan.
Channy,
Yeah, Channy. She's a
Channy,
young Freeman woman.
Chana. Yeah.
Paul's love interest.
Well,
Because
as
she set the tone at the beginning, like her whole life, right? So you just see
yeah,
these people as
she narrates a
hostiles.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they all see everybody because they just come and take and they kill all those people.
Yep, they come. Oh yeah, they're all those people.
Yeah, I mean
So when I heard
I don't
that,
see the
right?
I don't see the Romeo and Juliet. I mean, I can see their love each other, but their families. Paul don't have a family, so there's
No,
nobody
not
that.
right now. He doesn't. Right?
Well, they don't really have a family because they're dead.
Yeah. There is some things that they didn't use this there. Oh, I like that voice control thing.
And the voice, what you got to do is right pitch, and then they
Yeah, he had to do the right pitch.
do what you say. So it's like the Force. See,
It is.
it's like the Force, not the
But
people
they're
you
witches.
want. Yeah. So and of course they're mad because Paul can do it.
Yeah, Paul can. He's almost there, but then I like the sign language thing too. Like the
Yeah.
servants.
The mom keeps doing sign language to tell all the. It's amazing because there's several different languages. Because remember that doctor portrays him.
Yes.
Remember Paul is to him. He's speaking a language to him.
Yes.
So he's understanding the language, and of course the mom understands several languages. She understands the Freeman language.
Yeah.
So apparently she could just pick it up. She must read people's minds to pick up stuff.
See, this all backs up my theory of that's why nerds are never racist. Because you don't care, you need to speak English, man. I don't care about your Freeman language. I don't care none of that.
I think it's a lot. You just got to see other cultures.
Yeah, you just see more cultures.
And have somewhat of interest in it.
Yes.
Because most people, but you got to think, most people in America, people forget there's towns full of white people there's no Asian people, there's no black people. And they won't see them until they go to a big city.
Yes.
So all they're going to believe is what they saw on television.
Oh, that's crazy.
So if they're misrepresented on television, that's your idea. I know this is true because I'm from a town like that.
So on watching this movie, right, since you brought that point up, I was going to bring this joke later, but I'm going to do it now anyway. So when Paul fights that other guy, right, at that moment, I was thinking like, I didn't know the black guy was going to die or not, but I assumed that he was going to.
I didn't think he was.
Okay, so I assumed he was going to. You know why? Because in this whole, like, there was so much battle scenes, right? You have all these white people dying, and I'm thinking, like, no, the production's not going to be cool with that. They have to kill off one black dude. And I'm like, oh, there he is right there. That's why he challenged him. They just conveniently wrote that into the script so that he could be killed by a young white person. That's all I saw. Okay?
Okay. I don't think that's what happened.
I know.
Yeah.
It is not. It's not what happened, but it's just very convenient.
No, there's always going to be somebody sitting there listening to you and going, yeah, that's 100% true. That's 100% true.
You know what's really funny? So I got a comment on my 10-minute gamer thing, right? On that Ghostbuster video game on the Genesis, I said that was the best one because it was the most fun, right?
Yeah, the one with the big heads on.
Someone commented like, "Oh, the producers of this game was racist because they didn't include Winston." Then I'm thinking like, did you play the other ones? Because the other ones didn't have Winston either.
Exactly. The Ghostbuster on NES, it shows 3 guys go up in the. I'm like, we're
even
I know he was
game,
there.
The arcade game you can play 3 players. Winston is not there.
What is up with that?
So the whole thing is, but then Winston doesn't show up until almost the end of the movie anyway.
I know, but I mean, still, there's like I said, I went to fight Zool. In the Ghostbusters, only 3 guys walk up there. I was like, okay, we're missing a guy.
So I don't know why that is though. Yeah,
because Winston's like, this dude.
If someone asks you if you're a god, you always say yes.
Yes. He went to go find out his own lawyer. That's the problem.
So I think it'll be in year 3000, right? Race is gonna be like this, like a whole bunch of white people die. Like we can't have this. Some black person's gonna have to die right here. Hey man, I just see these scenarios. Okay, they have one Chinese guy in this movie, right? That doctor, and he died too.
Well, that's you say that, but there was like the soldiers and stuff were various races.
Yeah, but I can hardly see them. Oh yeah, you know what? You're right.
Yeah, you can barely see them
because they were in that ninja outfit a lot.
Yeah, they're
like
all
ninjas.
ninja outfits. Now you can't tell about those guys, the kings, the emperor swords guys.
Yeah.
But they're getting blood put on their head, and they got all those tattoo things in their.
Oh yeah, it's pretty weird. Yes.
It's neat. Here's a neat thing I thought I didn't notice. You know, when they think that kid's the Messiah, you notice they all have these little Bible things they're reading in them.
They have all those what things?
Those little Bible things.
Yes, yes, yes.
Remember that they kept reading those Bibles. But you see one character of the Atreides family reading them.
Oh.
What was his name? Hartwell, the Thanos.
Yes.
He's reading one.
Really?
So that made me wonder, did he think Paul was a savior too, maybe?
I don't know. Hey, you
Or
know
is he
what
just-
I noticed about James Brolin?
What?
I think he might be taller than I think he is because he's shorter than this younger kid that plays Paul. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Yeah.
When
I
they had
noticed.
the
Well,
I
what's-
guess the practice
'cause
fight scene.
it's when Jason Momoa.
Oh my
shows up,
God,
you're like,
Jason
"Oh."
Momoa is huge.
I know.
He's a huge guy standing
was
next
like,
to this
dude.
kid.
I was like, he made Thanos look like a tiny little guy.
Yeah, he made Dan like the Paul guy,
But the
make
problem
Thanos
is,
look
I
a
think-
shorter guy. And
But the
then,
problem is, I think
so huge.
Josh Brolin's probably 6 foot or something. He's probably a regular size,
and then this kid is tall.
and the kid's probably tall.
Yeah,
'Cause the kid was,
6'3" or something. Yeah,
yeah, I don't know if he's
but
that
then
tall.
Jason
but,
Momoa is like 6'5".
but I think the biggest thing is because Josh Brolin's played these huge characters like
yes.
Thanos. We all assume this guy's massive.
Yeah,
but
he's massive. I think
but
that's why.
he's not as big as Thanos because he's not
Like,
Thanos.
James Brolin could be like 5'7". We never know.
I know. You would think that Josh Brolin would show up and be able to whoop Arnold Schwarzenegger, but
No,
Stallone.
Arnold was like 6'1".
I know that's the thing about it.
Josh Brolin is 6'4".
Is he really? Oh my
Oh,
God!
Josh. I typed in the wrong. I put James.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking
okay.
Josh, but then I typed James.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's
'Cause that's
5'10".
Josh. Oh, okay.
He's
But
my height,
it's
so you're
average.
taller than James Brolin.
Yeah, I'm taller.
Josh Brolin. I keep saying James.
Isn't that his dad?
Yeah, his dad is 6'4". His dad's a tall guy.
Yeah, his dad is big.
So that means the kid who plays Paul is a pretty tall kid.
Yeah, I think he is. But how tall is Jason Momoa? He's gonna be like a gigantic.
Oh,
dude.
Jason Momoa is like 6'4", 6'3", right? Oh, I like that. Oh, he's 6'4". Yeah, he's a big dude.
Okay.
Dave
well,
Bautista is also 6'4".
wow. Well, I guess you gotta be 6'4" to be a wrestler.
Yeah, you gotta be a pretty because
Just
Dwayne
saying.
Johnson is 6'5".
Yeah, you better, or you're just gonna look like a midget.
These guys look like midgets right next to Shaq. You ever seen that picture?
Or are we supposed to say dwarves? I'm not really
Yeah,
sure. if
dwarves.
that's-
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm sure we insulted a whole bunch of people, but hey, unless you write it in the comments, we'll never know.
Yeah, let us know if we offended you. I do apologize. You
But
ever seen
hey.
that picture though? You seen Shaq,
Yeah, oh,
Dwayne
yes,
Johnson,
I
and
did,
Kevin
I
Hart?
did,
I was like,
I did.
whoa.
It's like,
You don't think Johnson is big shit? Not when he's standing next to Shaq. He looks like an
Yeah.
average height.
oh no, he's just like, oh, here's a regular sized guy, here's his son.
I did like Jason Momoa in the movie.
Oh, I love Jason. I actually liked all the House Atreides characters.
Yeah, actually, I like the whole house. That's why I didn't think that they were
because in
gonna
a way
die.
they all took care of each other.
Yes.
And they all hug each other, love each other. I mean, it's like a family. They're a
Yeah,
family.
it is. Like even the
I mean,
Duke.
Yeah,
like the
Josh
son.
Brolin's family. Yes.
Like he could just freely hug anybody. It's like a relative.
Yeah. He just walks up there and he lived with all these people. So apparently it shows you that they're a close family.
Yes.
Because I mean, even Josh Brolin character and Mimosa, they must have trained each other.
Yes. No, yes. The relationship between all these people were close.
Yeah,
It's not like
because I like
the
when they
other
fly.
side.
It's just Momoa flies in and they're on the water planet. And he gets out of the aircraft and then, of course the kid's like, "Hey, I want to go with you. I saw you get killed in a dream and all this." It's kind of dark, but all of a sudden then he goes, "Is that some muscle I see?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah."
Is it?
He goes, "No,
No.
no." Walks
It's like
off.
a skinny kid. This poor guy is skinny,
Yeah, he is. He's skinny.
And like Jason Momoa looks like the Terminator.
Yeah, I know. I like it, but I love it. But he goes, "Looks like you got some muscle there."
Yeah,
Really?
I know.
No.
Oh, you've been working out?
Walks
No.
off, and then of course he gets. I like it when he gets trained to fight, and of course you
Yes.
got Josh Brolin training him.
Yes.
Man, that was
That was a really good special effects
see,
scene when they
it's-
turn on the
it's
stuff.
actually, it's pretty good because they do this scene in the original movie, but it's Captain Picard training him.
Really?
Yeah, but in the fight scene's not near as intense.
Well, yeah.
But they had shields. You can see the shields. The shields are even better in this one. In the fight scene, man, the fight scene was awesome.
No, it was really close quarter combat.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Really good.
And then I like it at the end. They both it would have been a draw. Well, they both have been both dead.
Yeah, they were both dead. Yep.
But it's supposed to show you that Duncan, Momoa was actually the trainer.
Yes.
For him, and I'm guessing Josh Brolin's character must be the protector of the dad.
The protector of the dad, yeah, because like you know what? Also, that scene remind me of in Batman Begins, where Christian Bale fights Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah,
when they had that draw, and he's like, you sacrifice your footing.
Well, Yeah, it wasn't a draw though.
No, it wasn't.
See, Batman, yeah, he thought
he crushed it, yeah.
Draw, but he was never headed out.
Man, those these fight scenes are really good.
The fight scenes, movie fight scenes improved quite a bit.
Oh yeah, can you imagine if they never did that route with Chinese people?
Yeah, you just fight back and forth all day.
They might still fight like William Shatner in that greatest fight scene ever on YouTube.
He always does a jump kick. Man, he kicked that Bourne's butt. That Gorn was like, he just does a jump kick. He always does a jump kick, or he just puts his hands together. He's one of the first people, one of the earliest people to do kung fu type moves. Always hits people like this.
Yeah, like that's
how Kirk does. He hits them like that. I'm like, dude, you really need to go get some training.
Wow. Imagine they had that back in the '60s. That would, gosh,
man, that would be. Man, I don't know. People in the '60s would be like, "What is this?
What just happened?
What just happened? Did you see that guy? Captain Kirk did all kinds of moves."
Yeah. Oh, don't mess with him.
Yeah, don't mess with him. Instead of it jumps up and kicks you. Oh well, in the '60s, I'm sure it's pretty good.
Yeah, you know what? I still can't get around that they only shot one, but they plan on not maybe even shooting the other.
Oh, isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. So let me set this straight.
I mean, was there a plan or not? I guess it was a plan.
I want to ask you a question. Now we were talking about this, right? This have to do with Quentin Tarantino, and also because this Dune Part 1 and Part 2. Would you consider those two movies or still one story? What divided into two? How would you see that?
Oh, okay. I would see it as one story divided into two.
But is this one movie or two?
I would see this as one movie. I mean, no, I see it as two movies now.
Okay, so is Kill Bill Part 1 and 2 two movies or one?
Man, it's hard to say because that one to me is one movie.
Why is that?
To me, it was more like one movie. I guess it's how it leaves you at the end.
But this one leaves you at the end.
Until we see the second one, could you go watch one by itself? I guess.
No, you cannot.
I think you could.
But this one just ends and you don't know.
I don't know.
So you know what this one is like?
Well, they walked off of the desert, but it did have kind of an ending.
I just realized this. This movie is kind of like Empire Strikes Back. The bad guy wins at the end, right? Yeah. And then you don't know what's going to happen to, I guess, Paul and his mother are the good guy, the protagonist in this one.
Yeah.
And they just walked off in the desert.
But you could watch this one and it could have ended and they just went off the desert and you make your own mind up of what happened.
Can you, though?
I can't because I saw the first movie.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I never seen the first movie, so like, okay, this is to be continued.
In a way, there wasn't. Okay, if you watch the first movie and you judge this movie, the first movie, then you're thinking, the second movie's not going to have very much goes on because from where we're at in the first movie, that the ending goes really fast because it takes most of the movie to get that first movie takes most of the movie to get up where we're at now.
Yeah,
and then just maybe a few more minutes and stuff of fighting and it's over. So I think though, if you make this the same amount of time though, they're gonna have to tell you more.
Okay.
So we're probably gonna get a lot more.
So we're gonna get a lot more. So So I guess it's kind of like Matrix Revolution and Reloaded, right? They shot those back to back, so in a way they could be said like, oh, we shot this as one movie because we shot it together. But Dune, like you said, they only shot Part 1 and they haven't even worked on Part 2.
But I guess it's up to your opinion, right? Because I see it as two movies now.
Okay, so the argument on the internet is, Quentin Tarantino, when he came out, he's going to shoot 10 movies. Right now, he already done 9.
Okay.
So people are saying like, no, you done 10. Kill Bill is 2 movies. I paid 2 different tickets on those 2 movies. But Quentin Tarantino said that like, well, I shot it as 1. The studio cut it into 2.
Well, let's put it this way. If that's the way he shot it, then it's one movie.
So Back to the Future 2 and 3 is one movie.
Well, it depends. Is that what the director saw it is?
Yeah, they shot this back to back. Or Back to the Future, they shot back to back, and
But
also.
does the director see it as
Oh, I
one
don't know.
whole movie?
I don't know if they ever asked him that.
That's his work.
Ah, I see what you mean.
I mean, come on. If I paint a painting and I cut it in two, it's
So
either up to me to tell you I made two.
Yeah, it's up to the creator. So the Matrix is also 2 movies.
Yeah, The Matrix is basically 2 movies.
Back to the Future is 2 movies.
Back to the Future, I see as movies.
Yeah, 2 and 3 is 2 movies.
I mean, I actually see it as 3 since the third one's so different.
Oh, I'm talking about just part 2 and 3. The second and the third one is.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about stuff that they shot back to back. Like when they say back to back, right? Basically, they shot it just all together.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I think when they shot it back to back, to me, sometimes they had a script and they had another script. They had a script for that and that.
I was talking about back to back as in like they schedule everything together.
Because Kill Bill, the way that Quentin Tarantino does stuff, most likely wrote one script.
Oh, you know what? And he never said anything back to back. They actually shot Kill Bill like part 1 and 2 all together.
Yeah. And
they just cut it into 2.
Yeah. I mean, because you got like the first Matrix was, hey, we made the Matrix, now we need to make another one, and we'll just make that one into 2 since the story's so long.
It's so long. Yep, that's when they decided to be 2 movies instead of 1.
And this one,
this
movie was one story, but the director was like, I can't tell that whole story in
just one movie. Yep.
So the way I say it, it's movies then.
So I want to tell you.
You just got to see the sequel. But I mean, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back is one movie, and then Return of the Jedi is another movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely. So on this movie, right, when it first came out, like they show you the title, they show you Dune Part 1. So when they show you the trailer, right, they didn't say Dune Part 1. They just said Dune.
I know. When I saw the Dune trailer, I thought it was one movie.
So I never seen Dune, but I know Dune was like a hold on. So I had to cough. It's just dry, right?
Yes.
So when I saw the trailer, right, they never say part 1 or anything.
We need a special suit.
Yes, we do. We need that suit. And the guy next to me, and he like, so I was surprised to see Dune, right, because it looks so good. The guy next to me in the theater, he was like, "This is just part 1." I'm like, "This is just part 1."
Yeah, and the sad thing is, I didn't know that until you told me that story.
See, that's the thing. Like, I didn't even know. So like, I didn't read about anything at all. And the guy totally took me by surprise, man. This is just part 1. And when I saw this, right, and I'm like, okay, this movie is pretty long already. And like, if no one told me it was part 1, right, and it says, if the beginning he didn't tell you part 1, I'm like, are they gonna come to a conclusion in the next 5 minutes? Because there's no way.
I mean, they're just but in a way, all he does is join up with those people and leave. I mean, that could have just
he becomes one of them, right? Because he killed one of them.
Yeah, that could have just ended like that. I mean, of course, you want to see him, reclaim his throne and all that.
Not only reclaim his throne, right? I want him to take on vengeance on his
house. I mean, because we didn't see him fight Bautista yet, but.
Whoa, so he's gonna fight Bautista?
He's gonna have to, right?
I don't know.
He has to.
Well, he's gonna go after the Baron.
No, he'll go after the Baron then. But I mean, come on, it would be kind of dumb to have it. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, I know kind of what happened in the old movie, but I forgot a lot of it because by the time I got to the end of that movie, I was kind of like falling asleep, and it's like,
man, I need to see it.
I know they because eventually they ride they ride this worms.
They ride the worms? Oh, I see that. Yeah, that's why at the end they showed.
You saw them ride the worms, because Mary looks at it and goes, "Now that's the power that his dad's talking about."
Yes. Wow.
Yeah, so you'll eventually see that. He's got to do that, and of course they had the child. He has a sister, which is a princess now, or whatever. I don't know what you call them.
So because everybody speculated upon his mom, Jessica, right? You said.
Yeah.
They expect them to die because they flew to that storm.
Yeah, they think they're dead.
Which is crazy because he basically lost, like, just let go, right? And then just let the wind pick them.
Basically, well, his mom does a chant. It automatically calms him down, too.
Oh, yes.
So you can see the future,
I like that, the fear thing. That is a good
the fear thing, because it might be all in their mind, because it's like that box. Remember when you see the head itch, and she makes him stick his hand in that box? And then...
That was a good scene, because I didn't know what was going to happen.
Then she puts that in there.
That's not it.
None of that stuff is in the movie at all. None of that.
Wait, none of this stuff was in the old one?
Oh, none of that. None of that was in the old one. That's what makes this better, because it gives you more.
Because I thought that was a really important part, though.
Oh, it's an extremely important part. That's the thing. You don't know any of this in the first movie because it doesn't matter because the movie begins and ends in the first movie. You don't you need to see any more of the universe. This one, now you want to know the universe.
Yes, because I need to see the
But the
other
thing
houses.
is, but the thing is, what was in that box is most likely nothing was ever in that
Is in
box.
his mind.
It was in his mind, and it probably egged on by the witch.
Yeah, he's egged on by the witch, and she's surprised that he made it alive.
Yeah, because she thought he was gonna kill him. Because well, first of all, they apparently don't want any guys walking around with their magic powers.
Yes, I like that magic powers.
And
Yes.
and that's the thing. You think, well, you couldn't have killed him, but she's like, what would she do? She works for the emperor, so
Ooh.
she killed him. What would the dad do? He can't do nothing.
Wow. I hope they
So,
show
yeah,
the
that
emperor
was
because
crazy.
that's what I really wanted to see too. Like I
Yeah,
want
what
to
he
see
looks
who
like.
the emperor is. Like at least who played him, who plays
If
him.
it falls all the way through, I don't know that we will ever see it. But who
Oh.
knows? But let me put it this way: if we all go see the second one and it does real good, they could go ahead and make another one,
Yeah, that's exactly. Yep.
and they can finish. We could get an even better story because we kind of assumed because remember he has that dream when he's in that tent where he goes back to home planet and kills all those people, and he's now like
Yes.
fighting a war against the Empire and stuff. Maybe that's what happens.
Oh.
And it may have said that in the first one. I don't remember if it told you like, oh, he went and fought the Empire.
Let me see who's this actor is. Like I'm not familiar with the guy who plays Paul. Are you?
Oh, Chris Chamberlain. I haven't seen him in any movie. He played a young kid in a movie we watched.
Wait, what'd you say his name was? It says Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah. Was it Kim? I can't say his name all of a sudden.
Timothy. It's spelled
Yes,
different.
Timothée Chalamet or whatever. I know I'm saying his last name wrong.
He was in Interstellar.
Yes, he was a little kid. I don't remember him in Stellar though.
Oh,
But that's the only thing I've seen him in.
Well, I don't remember him either. I mean, I'm not aware of his work, but he was really good in this movie, though.
Oh, he was awesome in this movie. I mean, I actually didn't expect that much from him.
Oh, it's Interstellar was his young Tom Cooper. That's who he was.
Yeah. I didn't expect, him to be that great. But I was
just
like,
that I never seen. Maybe. Oh, he's gonna play Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. Like I didn't really like the other Willy Wonka. I like the original Willy Wonka.
Yeah, from the '60s.
But after seeing this, maybe I'm more going. I could watch it.
Yeah.
It's Chamlet is his name.
I need him to be in the MCU now.
Oh, he might end up being the MCU.
Jim Carrey's in the MCU. Did you see that?
That's who?
MODOK?
Oh, that's not the cartoon. No.
What cartoon?
Wait. Are we talking about the cartoon?
No. Jim Carrey signed on to. I think Jim Carrey did.
He's gonna be MODOK.
MODOK.
In what?
What
show?
Oh, I don't know.
This is interesting. Now, this is news. I never heard that. I want to know.
Yeah, supervillain MODOK.
Really? Because they have MODOK has a show on Hulu.
Really?
It's just a kind of a comedy cartoon type thing.
Maybe that's what it is.
MODOK, really? Because MODOK is created by what was that group in Iron Man 3? Oh, AIM.
AIM, yes.
AIM, yeah. AIM. That's MODOK. They create MODOK.
Really? Yeah. Well, he's rumored to play MODOK right now. So we'll see.
I wonder what he would be in now. Another Avengers? Because I can't remember who MODOK's a villain of.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to go up against Captain America.
Oh.
He could. Oh, yeah. He could go up against Captain America.
That would be good.
Well, that would be awesome.
Yes.
He's got to fight AIM.
Oh, yes. I love this
one.
This is what I'm talking about. They need to make Dune like this.
They could, though. There's enough stuff.
I don't know. I have faith in Warner Brothers, okay? They did bring Batman.
They did bring Batman.
All right? And then they tried to do other stuff.
And then they did like 100 other Batmans.
Yes.
Then they did a Superman who was good. And then they decided, let's do another Superman. I'm like, what's wrong with the other Superman you got? He's good. And then I'm like, you got a Batman that's good, but you're going to make another Batman.
This goes back to my example of, these production companies, man. They can't They can't let it go. They let you be the one who, hey, I have the money. I make the decision, okay? You just work for me.
But that's the thing, though. It's like a lot of people are just going to see the Flash to see Michael Keaton. But here's the sad thing: it's only people our age, because a lot of young people are like, I don't really want to see Michael Keaton as Batman.
So the young people will see the Flash for the Flash.
No, they actually don't really want to see the Flash. So people I talk to, they're like, "You're gonna go see the Flash?"
You know what? You're right. I can't think like I'm thinking of somebody
really
else. Like my kids, right? They probably want to see because it's a superhero, but they probably stay to see the Flash because that's what they market.
Well, that's the thing. But it's like I'll talk to some people, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't really want to see the Flash now." After seeing Justice League, it's like,
yeah, you're right.
It's got Michael
Keaton.
Keaton.
Yeah, you're definitely right.
I'm like, it's got Michael Keaton. They're like, yeah, so
I'm there to see Michael Keaton.
Yeah, that's what we're there.
Yeah.
But the problem is
the time travel thing helps me a lot, though.
But here's the thing, though. From the trailer movie for The Flash, it looks like crap. It honestly does. It does not look interesting.
It is a very first look they put together. I give you that.
I know. The only part of it looks cool is it's Michael Keaton's in there. That's the only reason I'm like,
so,
all right.
You know what I noticed? Warner Brothers have started marketing like this with the Flash, where the actor who plays Barry Allen introduced like, hey, this is what we've done so far. You know, I hope you enjoy it. This is our first look. They did that with Dwayne Johnson with Black Adam. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it.
So basically, he does the same thing. Like, they show you just what they done so far with Black Adam, right? Because it's also Warner Brothers. They did the same thing with Shazam 2. The guy who plays Zachary, who plays Shazam, he did the same thing. He did a later intro, and it's kind of like a 1.5 minute of like behind the scenes stuff. And I'm like, I just noticed that this is really weird, and these are all done by Warner Brothers. They just want to make sure they get your attention because this stuff doesn't come out until 2023, okay?
They're not doing a very good job because I haven't seen Black Adam. Haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. The only reason I saw Justice League is because I already watched Superman and I watched Batman.
Yeah, I did
Superman.
too. Yeah.
I thought, this is going to be good. And then I watched it, I was like...
And you know what's really crazy? Everybody said the Zack Snyder version is way better, right? For Justice League, I still haven't gotten to it.
It's kind of hard to get to.
We need to put that in our list.
We'll put it in our list when we go over there.
Yeah.
We'll give DC their chance next year.
Yes, let's say that. Let's give DC a chance next year.
But somehow I'm going to think Robert Downey needs to come to Iron Man and fix this stuff. Because DC's letting their game slip. You know? Because every time we had an Iron Man, we had a good Batman movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Now Iron Man's dead, and we got like 10 Batmans coming next year.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
Yep. Being sarcastic, but we're getting 3 different Batmans are going to show up on screen. Actually, I think another Batman's going to show up on the screen too. Maybe Christian Bale or somebody will show up, but who knows?
Oh, hold on. I wrote a note here for Dune.
Okay.
I put activate silence. I really like that scene with the Baron, the witch, and that Russian guy from Ant-Man.
Yes. Oh, he's
we forgot to talk about that guy.
I love that guy, but he's in Blade Runner too. Directed by the same director. Yeah, he is. He was the medical technician that studies the bones. And then, yes. Then Love shows up and he's like, I can't take his bones, and then she punches him and kills him. Yeah. Poor guy. He just can't make it, man. In Ant-Man's universe, he's safe, but not in
We forgot that he was in a movie. He's not in it a lot though in Dune.
No, but I knew it was him as soon as I saw him.
As soon as I saw him, I knew it was him.
Whatever his name is, Dusha Hound or whatever. I was like, I see this guy. I like this guy because he always plays character part.
He does,
but he does a good job.
Trying to get him out there.
Yeah. Well, hey, I like the character parts. Character parts go a long way.
Yes.
But I was also surprised when I saw the Baron, when you see all that smoke and the Baron, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, I know this guy from the Marvel universe.
Wait, who was that actor that played the Baron?
It's that, what's his name, Skarsgård or whatever. It's in the Thor movies. Remember the Dr. Salvik? Is it Dr.
Oh, that's
Salvik?
like Dr. Salvik.
Yes,
yes. Because like the
Dr.
face looks very familiar.
Yes, it does, because he's got to put a suit on.
Who the heck is this guy?
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
there's a whole bunch of Marvel Universe people in here. And one Star Wars guy.
And one Star Wars guy. So basically Disney.
Actually, this is I'm surprised all these Disney guys are working for Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
They're
it's just
probably
a
like,
job, right? To them, it's
you
just
know
a
what, you
job.
know what, you know what the Warner Brothers president was said. You see all these Disney guys, rub them for luck.
I'm gonna write this line down. Have nothing to do with the movie. You see, I got you can see all these Disney guys, rub them for luck.
Yeah, I mean, like you got a guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, you got another guy from the Thor movie.
The only guy that we have is Jason Momoa.
Then you got Thanos. Yeah, we only got Aquaman.
Rub them for luck. That's funny. It's all these Disney guys.
All we got, all they show up was Aquaman. And they even got, we got Poe Dameron from Star Wars showing up.
Yeah.
And then we got the Russian guy from Ant-Man.
Which is funny because Oscar Isaac is gonna play Moon Knight.
Yes, I know. So he's a Disney Marvel.
And he was he was an X-Man. Not
Yeah.
X-Man, but he was in Apocalypse.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Hey, we could forget that though.
Yes. And
That was
MJ is
Fox.
from Marvel. Yeah, all of these. I don't
Yeah.
know who's the
MJ
lady who
is
played
from-
Jessica. Because she's pretty.
She's in Mission Impossible.
Oh, Rebecca Ferguson.
Yes. Rebecca first. And she's been in 2 movies with Wolverine.
Really?
Yeah. She's in that there's a movie came out this year. I can't remember what it was called, about the memory thing.
Oh,
Remember
Reminiscent. That's right.
Reminiscent, and she was also in The Greatest Showman.
No, I still haven't seen The Greatest Showman.
Man, you need to see that.
See, everybody's telling me like we need to see it.
It's actually very good. It's even got MJ in it too.
Oh, it does? The Greatest Showman.
It's actually a very good movie. It's a singing movie. It's not like something that I would normally watch. No, I'm not knocking music. I'm not knocking musicals, but
yeah,
it's
you
just
better knock musicals because I do like them a lot.
Oh, okay. I'm just not a musical guy.
You could ask my wife, like, she's like, why are you singing all the time? Dude, I sing all the time. That's when Heather noticed, like, hey, your dad sings all the time, too. Like, oh,
really?
that must be it. Yeah.
Wow.
Ethan does. Is Ethan starting to sing a lot, too?
Hey, if you're happy.
Oh, no. Yeah, see, exactly.
If you're happy, everybody else is.
Yes. Trying to bring me down.
Nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I've just not been a musical guy.
The Greatest
But I can't.
Showman.
But you know that I don't. Now that we talk about it, I'm like, if I talk about musical movies, maybe I don't like.
You know what's also a musical? The
Just
South
don't see
Park
me run.
movie.
Yeah, you just don't see me run into the theater and go see one. It's like, yeah, here's a musical. I gotta go see it. It's The Greatest Showman. I just happened to see it, because it came on one day on television. And I was looking at it, and then I was like, this is good. I watched it, and I had to find it and watch it again.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, this is actually
okay.
good.
I'll probably watch it with Heather next month. Because we do have it, but we just haven't gotten to it.
And Hugh Jackman does a lot of musical stuff.
He does.
Because the first movie I've ever seen him where he sings in is Pan. Did you ever see Pan?
No, I heard he plays Blackbeard, right?
Yes.
Yes.
She turned out to be good.
That's,
I was impressed with it. I was actually impressed with it. I was like, well,
because you don't like. I like Peter Pan. I like the story of Peter Pan.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, because I remember Hook was real good too. Remember Hook?
Hook is good. Hook is
awesome. But this was actually. I'm not gonna say that. Oh, this is the greatest movie. But this one should have got a sequel, because it ended like it was gonna get a sequel, and then I guess nobody went and watched it. I was like, then I saw it finally come, and I thought, oh, this was probably crappy. It came on, watched it. I was like, this is actually good.
Dang it! Look at you telling me these other great movies in the middle of this Dune movie.
Well, Dune, because Dune's just bringing out the good stuff. What can I say?
It is, right?
Yeah, Dune. I can't wait for the second one. Because I want the swords. I want a
the Sith knife.
Yeah, the Sith knife.
The crypt knife. Is that what
I actually like the swords that the house, the main house was using. The other swords look kind of crappy though. Well, they look nasty. They
look like they're just made from dinosaurs. Yes.
Yeah, let's put it this way. They're probably some nasty swords. They're just some nasty. The Harkonnen swords, they're all weird. They cut up on place. But I like it because I like the scene. When Idaho? When he's trying to escape from the castle, he goes looking for the son. The son, Paul.
Yes.
He escapes and he goes to get that helicopter and he fights those one guys.
Yes.
He cuts them up and those other guys just like walk away.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the other guys
they just walk away.
Because he just kills like 5 dudes in there by himself. Like, dude, there's only 3 of us.
Yeah, and those other guys are walking. He's just like he smiles and like, you better run, and gets on the helicopter, flies away. I like that
too. That was really funny because he was like fighting like 5 guys, right? And then like, if you look at this statistically, he just fight 1 against 5. If we do 1 against 3, right? It seems like he has the advantage because he has 2 less.
They're like, we're gonna walk off and get 20 more guys and make it even, okay? But then he goes that scene where they go underground, remember? And then we remember that the first movie, he goes, "I had a dream you died," and he doesn't know when the dream happens, so he thinks he has to go with him because if it was there, you wouldn't have died. Then it happens. He's there.
And he locked that door. Yes.
Yeah, and he goes in there because he told him, and I think his character remembered.
Yes.
That he was already gonna end, but it changes though. He saved him still.
Yes.
But that's the thing as the audience, you already know. You're hoping that he's gonna survive, but you kind of already know.
I know. He's like, this is the last part because like that's why after all the other main characters die, or the army, and I'm like, whoa.
I was surprised.
Jason
I was surprised when
go.
Yeah, well, you remember the doctor? I was surprised when that Freeman doctor saves him and she gets killed. I did not see that coming.
I did not see that coming either.
Because you think she was gonna go and tell her and save it, and then
this is how this movie is, right? You expect all these characters like, well, this person's gonna live, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like Paul might die in the next one, and we would never know.
Yeah, he won't. You already know that from. But the thing is, it is so different. It's similar to the first movie.
Yeah.
It's like we took the first movie. It's like when we watched Time Machine. Remember the Time Machine?
Yeah.
We watched the first one, and then it's like they improved. They took the first one and improved upon.
Yes.
And this is the same with this. They took the books. I'm sure they took the books, but it's also like they took the first movie, looked at it. It's like, we can make this better.
Oh, okay.
But you also get a lot of still, like I said, there's a lot of, I don't see this coming. I don't see that coming. I saw that first.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of them. Yeah.
Yeah. And there was no Sting in this either.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, it was Sting in the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. So the first episode was Captain Picard.
Captain Picard. So Patrick Stewart and Sting. Okay.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart and Sting.
All right. Well, I still got to catch up to the first one, and then we'll have to wait 2 years for the next one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of stuff. I mean, but if you're not to see the first one, you're not missing out.
Yeah.
The thing is, the funny thing is, the first one was filmed by David Lynch.
Yeah, David Lynch.
Which we've already talked about on another show because of Mulholland Drive.
Yep.
Let me put it this way. Dune was easier to understand than Mulholland Drive.
Oh, see, there you go then. That's the I want to hit. But if you tell me Dune was harder to understand than Mulholland Drive, then forget it.
Here's the funny thing, though. I think in David Lynch's mind, the director, I think he's thinking, oh, Mulholland Drive was easy to understand, and Dune was so hard. Because he says he thinks that Dune was so hard to make, it was a failure for him.
Oh.
I was like, dude, you better watch Mulholland Drive again, because
hey,
I mean, you
blame it on the editors, okay? This is not my vision.
Well, that's what he did for Dune. He blamed it. That was his vision, and I agree with it. But I mean, come on, the studios can only do so much. They only have so much money.
They have all the money.
They have all the money, but the problem is, if your movie's not going to make any money, and you think this movie's not going to make any money, you don't want to put a lot of money in.
Yeah, that's why they just that's when they tell the editors, like, hey, just make the best sense you can, and then
because I don't know. I think Dune is going to be hard for anybody to understand, anyways.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things people don't read, and sometimes sci-fi just wasn't the thing back.
Yes, yeah, especially in the
early
80s.
I mean, Star Wars was doing good, but if Star Wars it was doing good, and other stuff was striving, because I mean, they wouldn't spend a lot on Star Trek during that time.
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
Because there was only geeks back then. See, but hey, what can I say?
There was a huge fan base there, and then the studio was like, no, I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, well, it's like it's not enough of a fan base.
Yeah, it's not enough of a fan base. There you go.
That's the problem, is they don't want the fan base's money. They want everybody.
They want everybody's money. Exactly. That's how they want it. Yep.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care. So there's a hardcore.
That's the thing we forgot to touch on later. If they want everybody's money, they don't care about the fan base.
They don't care about the fan base.
Even the fan base alone will probably be enough for them. But they don't believe that.
I was like, the fan base alone will keep you in jobs.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, hey, why do I just want 85% when I can have 100?
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's like they go, I want it all, and I just want to make one Star Trek. I'm like, why don't you just get a little bit of it and just make 20 Star Treks and keep making money all the way through it?
They don't want to do it.
Movie. It's like this movie. I'm like, get you a fan base and put comic book stuff, because like I said, I will see all the Dune shows. I will see all the Dune movies as long as they're like this.
It's really funny. for me like that,
Dune.
right? I'm
Let's put it this
watching
way,
all the Marvel stuff, but I haven't watched all the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing. People that are really hardcore in Star Wars, these younger people, I try to talk to them about. I was like, "Do you want to see the Mandalorian or something?" I'm like, "You didn't see it? I thought you were all Star Wars." And they're like, "Yeah."
I'm
I guess after
partial
the
Star Wars now.
well, that's after the last 3 movies, they're not interested anymore.
Yeah, I'm not into the Clone
But a lot
Wars.
of them, and that's the thing, is a lot of them are the ones that watch the cartoons and read the books, and now they're like, well, Disney made all the books obsolete, so.
Well, which was okay to me because I never read them anyway. So.
I know, but that's the problem is though they threw away a lot of fans.
Oh, okay.
I mean, come on,
Hey, they got new ones, right? Because I love the Mandalorian.
They got some new ones, but was it worth it to throw away? I mean, come on, you shouldn't do that.
I don't know.
Because then if they do that to them, they'll do that to us.
Yeah.
It's like Star Trek in a way. It's like when Abrams comes on, he's like, yeah, who gives a crap about the old fans?
So you're saying that the Mandalorian won't have a
I want my
season
old
3
fans.
and then it will come out 10 years later after. So in 2031, that's when we
No,
get the Mandalorian
I'm
movie.
thinking though, I think with the showrunners that got on the Mandalorian, everything's good.
Okay.
It's when they start getting a lot of other people involved.
Yeah. So stay with Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau is Kevin Feige.
Yes.
We just didn't know it.
Didn't know it.
Jon Favreau was sitting there one day. He's like, I'm going to write a script. I'm going to create a new character. I'm going to play this character. His name is Kevin Feige. See, we think it's real life.
Just think about how messed up it would be.
This is one giant movie. It's a scam by Jon Favreau. He knows what he's doing.
Just think about like if Jon Favreau was on the WB side, right, or Sony, we would never see this potential. His potential would be controlled.
If Jon Favreau was on the DC side,
we still won't see it.
He'd probably kill himself.
Yeah. Well, I won't say kill himself, but yeah, not potential man.
That is because I mean it's Jon Favreau. He's probably like, I love myself. I'm gonna go to Disney. He'd probably try to go to Sony first.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. So we'll see with how the Sony does with No Way Home. I'm really hoping that, like, my dream is to open up their gates with Marvel, to rely on everything else.
I really think I'm just like, hey, dude, just get with Marvel, listen to them, and do what they tell you to.
Yep. And just collect.
And fire all your producers.
Yep.
Because you don't need them.
You don't need them. You don't need to do your marketing. Just sit back and collect, and then everything will be fine.
It's like racing. I mean, just go bet on your racehorse and have a good time, and let somebody else do all the work.
Yes, let Disney be the jockey.
But since we're talking about that, we should talk tomorrow. WB, you got a good thing here with Dune.
Yes, you do.
And I want to see more. I'm a fan, man. After watching this, I am a Dune fan.
See? So, and then we want to end on this high note, okay? Just WB. Do your job right, and then just keep making Dune.
Or go over, or like I said, rub the Disney guys and maybe good luck.
Yeah, make it good luck, okay? And then on that note, we'll end on that, right?
Or trade notes with Kevin Feige. I'm sure he's open. I mean, he'd be like, yeah, I'll give you some notes. Oh, yeah, wash my car.
Okay. I'm going to end this right here. Thank you for watching this segment of our reviews. I hope you had a great time listening to us. Be sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Laters.